Hello everyone, welcome to Beyond IIT. Today I wanted to share 10 tactics for success, things that you can do if you haven't gotten into an IIT. And my promise is that at the end of this presentation and this video, you will understand that there are many things that you can do that are completely in your control to make sure that you have a successful career. And not all of these 10 things need to be done by every individual. Your choices will be governed entirely by your interest. And I just wanted to show that you have a vast array of choices to pick from. And each of these choices leads to a different career path, and they can all end up being successful career paths. So that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to give you any gyan or any knowledge on what success means and what happiness is, and there is enough of that in our culture, in the Indian culture. I think our time would be better spent on pursuing uh, tactics that will help you find a good job, help you make good money, help you make give you the money so that you can have the time to do the things that you want to do. And the biggest use of money is time, right? It's giving you control over your time. And that's what I think success is. So let's talk about things that are going to get you to that success. So let's get into it. And just for context, and I've covered this earlier, that there just aren't enough good engineering colleges in India, and that is why you are dealing with the disappointment of not getting into an IIT. It is not that you're not a good student; it is that there just aren't enough seats for every good student in India, and the chances of you getting into a prestigious college in India are minuscule, and that is why we put such a premium on an IIT, unnecessary premium on these prestigious institutes. So let's keep going. So there are 10 tactics, and I'm going to go through all of them one by one, and we will cover each of these in a lot more detail in subsequent episodes. And the first tactic is to do well in your existing college. Your teachers, your instructors have a lot of connections that you're not aware of. They can mentor you, they can help you understand and grow, they can put good opportunities in front of you, and you can also, with a positive attitude, make a lot of good connections, good friends, lifelong relationships in the college that you're at. So do well in your existing college. I think that will not only help you be happy, it'll also help you uh, pursue opportunities right at the end of your engineering education, right? Because you are one of the top students at that college. The second is to pursue an international degree. You can spend um, you can look at the choices that the rich people are making, right? Many rich people are sending their children to an IB school. They have already decided that the path for them is not going to start from an undergraduate education in India. And they want to spend their money to give their kids the advantage of an international degree. So that's why many people are on this track. And if you feel that you can convince your parents, or if you have the money and the wherewithal to make this happen, I think that's a viable option. It's risky, but again, I think there is a payoff if you get into a good college, which is very likely, much more likely than you getting into an IIT. The third tactic is to join a good finishing school. There are many good institutes now that help you prepare for interviews in good product companies like Microsoft, Google, Adobe, etc., right? Amazon. And there are companies like Mission R&D who are doing a phenomenal job of helping students from tier 2 and tier 3 colleges in southern India get the skills that they need to get the jobs that are going to give them the financial success, the independence that they are craving for as students. And there are companies like eLitmus who are trying to do the same thing. So again, I would look at many of these finishing schools, talk to seniors, and figure out which of these make sense to you. Fourth is to work hard in your existing job, right? So let's say you are not a student, you're not in an engineering college right now, you've already graduated. The best thing you can do is to do a good job in the job that you have. And then opportunities will find you if you keep an eye open, and if you are already doing well, you will get first dibs at opportunities within the company, and you may also get noticed by others and get referred to jobs outside the company that you're working for. So, working hard in your existing job unlocks a lot of opportunities. It also helps you discover and build areas of strength. For the fifth is to pursue non-traditional careers, right? This is something that we just don't do enough in India. And it's because we have been told to be risk averse. We've always been taught by our parents, the goal of an education is to get a job, and the goal of a job is to get a stable career, and the goal of a stable career is stability, right? However, there are many non traditional careers like entrepreneurship, freelancing, sales, trading that just have a very different muscle, that use a very different muscle in your body, right? These jobs and these careers are have always existed, but our education system kind of beats it out of you, right? They don't allow you to pursue many of these careers. So I would say, look at this. If you are not somebody who's happy in a school environment, who's not done well in school, who's not going to do well in college because you don't like the structured education, however, you thrive in meeting other people, you thrive in closing deals, you thrive in building things. That's what gives you joy. Sitting in class and getting A's doesn't give you joy. Then I would say you are a good candidate for a non traditional career path. And the truth of the matter is, non traditional career paths are sometimes far more rewarding than the traditional career paths. They give you a lot of independence. Six, apply for fellowships and scholarships. There are so many people I've spoken to, and I'll share stories of Prabhu and various other people who pursued non traditional career paths and also found their skills by applying for fellowships and scholarships outside of India. Things like Jagriti Yatra, Global Shapers, Young India Fellowships, and there are many others that help you discover your strengths, they help you build a network, they help you discover what you are good at and your passions, and give you something to talk about, a real world experience that you can talk about in an interview, or it just helps you round off your personality, and that is paramount. That is what unlocks long term growth, and we've spoken about long term growth in the second episode as careers are getting long. Seventh is to get a prestigious master's degree. It is okay if you haven't gotten into a prestigious undergraduate college like an IIT. However, it's much easier to get a master's degree from a prestigious college. It's also easy to get a part time MBA from an IIM, like I did, because I didn't get into an IIT or an IIM. Uh, those options give you the tag of a prestigious college, and they also help you sort of open doors that are closed for people such as yourselves who don't have a prestigious degree. So it is absolutely okay for you to pursue a master's from an IIT, or a master's from outside India, or an MBA from an IIM or an ISB, even if it's a part-time MBA. All those things unlock uh, the opportunities for you, because there are some companies still that do not want to interview people who don't have a prestigious degree, right? Look at the ridiculousness of a website called iamjobs.com, right? Why should such a site even exist? That's so discriminatory, right? That only people from IIM can get this job. It's just a very, very dumb way to hire, frankly. But enough on that at a different time. So, tactic 8, I feel very strongly about this. I think engineering is a base degree. And many undergraduate degrees today are base degrees. We spend too much time contemplating how one degree is going to change your life, whereas it's going to be a bunch of different degrees and certifications and trainings that are going to help you build a stack of skills that only you have, right? And this stack of skills is what is going to unlock growth for you. So what are you going to do after engineering? What are the skills you're going to learn? Are you going to be an engineer, like a mechanical engineer who can code, a civil engineer who can code, a civil engineer who also has interest in law, so that you can, help with real estate projects? What is the set of skills that you're going to add on to what you have today, so that you become a very attractive person to hire, right? So your skills, as you develop them, are going to unlock so many opportunities for you that you will figure out only exist because you've been able to stack skills on top of other skills. And I'm going to share a lot more about skill stacking a little bit later in future episodes. But build on top of your base degree. So to start thinking about that. The ninth thing is seek career advice, right? The fact that you're watching this video is that you're already ahead of many people who think that they've already arrived, and because they have a job, they have figured everything out. However, talk to people who you feel are successful, talk to people who you think are leading a good life, and find out how did they get there? What are the choices that they made that you could make to get the career that you see successful people having? And you define what success means for you. So pursue this advice. Talk to other people. Talk to people who you think are successful. And the 10th is networking. And the way you build a network is to be useful for other people. It's not by finding people who can be useful for you, but is to find a way to be useful for other people. And then you will be much faster at building a network than any of the other tactics. So find out who you can help them, and try to have conversations with people outside of the normal people you talk to. Talk to people in other disciplines, talk to people in other geographies, talk to people who are doing different things, and you will figure out why some of those choices made sense for them, and they may help you think differently about your own career. So that's that. So I would like to leave you with two sort of key takeaways from this episode. Things that you should do at the end of this episode. One is list what appeals to you out of these 10 tactics, and find a way to pursue those tactics. Operationalize at least a couple of these 10 tactics so that you are able to get the results that you want for yourself, and demonstrate action on them. If you do that, then you're already ahead of so many other people who are just getting gyan or getting knowledge and not acting on any of those things. And that's it. That's all I wanted to cover. Hope you have a good time and enjoy 2021, and enjoy the year that's coming. And thank you for listening. Take care.